I'm calling this meeting to order of the Transportation Committee. Having reached the hour of 10 o'clock, can we have a roll call, please?
Covert. Here. Evans. Here. Garcia. Ozog.
Here.
Tornatori.
Here.
Zay.
Here.
Okay, first, we have one public comment today. Yes. Sharon Keller. If you want to just stand in the middle there, that's great.
I'm just coming here to see if there was any new information on the Winfield Road traffic. And my concern is I live on Swan Lake Court, and I do want to thank all of you for your path with the path and pushing that down. That was great. The 18-wheeler traffic is crazy. I've counted up to 75 an hour. Last night there were 9 passing by in 5 minutes, which if you multiply that out, that's 108 or so an hour. The exhaust fumes are horrible. The street racing has started up again with the warm weather. I purchased my own decibel meter, and out there it comes up to approximately 110 decibels at any given time, which the World Health Organization recommends about 53 decibels, and we're at 110. The wooden fence is falling down. It's warped. There's parts of it that are leaning against, landscaping. And I personally am in contact with the Illinois EPA, the Illinois Public Health Department, and the Illinois Pollution Control to address the noise and the air pollution between Roosevelt and Mac. And if you can let me know if there's any traffic studies been done, if they've been done, what the results are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Next, I'm going to move to approve the minutes of the April 1st, 2025 Transportation Committee meeting. Second. Okay. Any comments or changes to this? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Right. Okay, next I'm going to move to combine procurement requisitions, items A through H.
Second.
Okay. All right, the items are combined, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, items are combined, so I'm going to go ahead with 250950, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Complete Fleet Services Incorporated for service repair and parts for diesel trucks and plows as needed for the Division of Transportation for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $15,000 per lowest responsible bid, third and final renewal. Move for approval of item 250975, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Kevin's Auto and Diesel Repair for on-call repair service and repair parts for heavy-duty diesel trucks and equipment as needed for the Department of Transportation for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $15,000, third and final renewal. I move for approval of item 250960, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Bonell Industries Incorporated to furnish and deliver Force America parts as needed for the Division of Transportation for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $25,000 per lowest responsible bid, first of 3 options to renew. I move for approval of 250921, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Groot Incorporated to provide refuse disposal and recycling pickup services for the Division of Transportation for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2026 for a contract total amount not to exceed $25,000 per renewal option under bid 2226 FM, second of 3 options to renew. I move for approval of DTP 002525, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Northern Contracting Incorporated to furnish, deliver, repair, and install guardrails as needed for the Division of Transportation for the period May 12th, 2025 through April 30th, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $75,000 per lowest responsible bid. Move for approval of DTP 002625, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Haggerty Ford to furnish and deliver Ford motorcraft repair and replacement parts as needed for the Division of Transportation for the period June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $100,000 per lowest responsible bid, first of 3 renewals. Move for approval of DTP 002725, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Ciorba Group Incorporated to provide professional construction engineering services for the 2025 Pavement Maintenance South Program for the period April 22nd, 2025 through June 30th, 2026 for a contract total not to exceed $471,773, professional services, vetted through a qualification-based selection process in compliance with Local Government Professional Services Selection Act. Move for approval of DTP 002825, recommendation for the approval of a contract to Premier Engineers Limited to provide professional construction engineering services for the 2025 pavement maintenance North Program for the period April 22nd, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, for a contract total not to exceed $535,843. Professional services vetted through a qualification-based selection process in compliance with Local Government Professional Services Selection Act.
Second.
Second.
Good job.
Take a breath. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next, I'd like to combine change orders A through D, 7A through D.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I move for approval of 250843, American Surveying and Engineering, extend contract purchase order for professional right-of-way negotiation services through May 31st, 2026. Item 250848, Rush Truck Centers of Illinois, extend contract purchase order to furnish and deliver 8 plow trucks with snow and ice equipment for the Division of Transportation through November 30th, 2025, and change line 1 and line 2 to fiscal year 25. I move for approval of 250879, Altofer Industries, decrease remaining encumbrance and close contract purchase order to furnish and deliver Caterpillar replacement parts and service for the Division of Transportation. Contract expired May 31st, 2024. And item 7D, 250845, Auto Tech Centers, decrease remaining encumbrance and close contract purchase orders to furnish and deliver Goodyear tires for the Division of Transportation. Contract expired June 30th, 2024.
Second.
Second. Any comments or questions about these? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, I move to combine amending resolutions A through J.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, I move to approve item 250849, amendment to resolution DTR 026322, issued to H&H Electric Company for LED traffic signal head replacements to decrease the funding in the amount of $1,879,2 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $296,780.89, a decrease of 0.63%. I move for approval of 250852, amendment to resolution DTR 001819, intergovernmental agreement between the County of DuPage and the Village of Carroll Stream for improvements at the intersection of County Highway 36, Schmalley Road, and Lees Road to decrease the funding in the amount of $7,176.56 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $9,164.33, a decrease of 43.92%. I move for approval of 250853, an amendment to resolution DTR 0158A21 and DTR 015821 issued to Copenhagen Construction for the 2021 Sidewalk Improvements Program to decrease the funding in the amount of $23,007.28 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $192,452.63, a decrease of 10.68%. I move for approval of 251019, an amendment to resolution DTR 0173A22 issued to R.W. Duntman Company for the 2022 Pavement Maintenance North Program to decrease the funding in the amount of $48,327.51 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $5,565,176.49, a decrease of 0.86%, and a final cumulative increase of 3.28%. Move for approval of 250835, amendment to resolution DTR 038720, issued to Brothers Asphalt Paving for the Addison Township Road Maintenance Program to decrease the funding in the amount of $57,895.97 and close the contract, resulting in a final township cost of $455,487.37, an increase or decrease of 11.28%. I move for approval of 251015, amendment to DTR 005923 for the 2023 Pavement Maintenance Central Program issued to R.W. Duntman Company to decrease the funding in the amount of $64,083.93 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $4,073,916.07. Okay. Move for approval of 250842, amendment to resolution DTP 006221, issued to Atlas Engineering Group Limited for professional construction engineering services to decrease the funding in the amount of $72,542.50 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $327,457.50, a decrease of 18.14%. Move for approval of 250954, amendment to resolution DTR 0428A21, issued to R.W. Duntman Company for the Downers Grove Township 2021 resurfacing program to decrease the funding in the amount of $201,457.17 and close the contract, resulting in a final township cost of $464,431.87, a decrease of 30.25%. Move for approval of item 251027, amendment to resolution DTR 0172C22, issued to K5 Construction for the 2022 pavement maintenance south program to decrease the funding in the amount of $311,588.42 and close the contract, resulting in a final county cost of $4,635,800.17, a decrease of 6.30% and a cumulative decrease of 1.31%. Move for approval of item 251009, amendment to resolution DTR 006123, issued to R.W. Duntman Company for the 2023 pavement maintenance north program to increase the funding in the amount of $150,610.95, resulting in an amended contract total amount of $6,438,910.95, an increase of 2.39%. Mr. Zed.
Yeah, thank you. I just had a question on the last one, 251009. All these were decreases. Why is this an increase from 23? And they didn't do a very good job on the north route that year. I mean, they left stuff all around them. It took a lot of phone calls to get all these guys.
It was just additional work that was, I guess, unexpected, if you will. Things they encountered, like additional sidewalk, pavement, conditions, deteriorated curb that had to be replaced. So there's a list in there of the things
I know, but
they did. So
you think they would have got to us sooner? And 23, it's 25 now.
yeah, so ultimately, a lot of the closeouts linger.
Okay.
We have to make sure we agree on final quantities and the like. And frankly, sometimes the staff is busy with the job on the street, and closing them out takes a little bit longer than maybe we'd like.
Great, thank you.
I guess we could refer to this as spring cleaning session here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks. Now I move for approval, or I move to combine awarding resolutions A through D. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I move for approval of DTR 000525, awarding resolution to Geneva Construction Company for the Winfield Township Liberty Street resurfacing project. Estimated township cost $116,579.57. No county cost per lowest responsible bid. I move for approval of DTR 000625, awarding resolution to Triggy Construction for the 2025 sidewalk improvements program for an estimated county cost of $985,127.30 for lowest responsible bid. Move for approval of DTR 000725, awarding resolution to K5 Construction Corporation for the 2025 pavement maintenance south program for an estimated county cost of $7,150,125.82 per lowest responsible bid. And I move for approval of DTR 000825, awarding resolution to Builders Paving LLC for the 2025 pavement maintenance north program for an estimated county cost of $7,524,912.96 per lowest responsible bid.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Remember you.
So I did notice that for the 2025, the pavement maintenance south and north, the costs are, I think, significantly higher than it was for 2023. And I'm just wondering, is that just because everything's more expensive, or is there a specific reason?
No, there's actually the bids, we were actually pretty pleased. The bids were all pretty competitive. They were a little higher than our estimate, but they were all kind of within very close range of each other. We actually increased the budget and are doing more work. So that's the reason we had a couple of jobs that slid because of right of way, railroad coordination and some of the bridge jobs and stuff. So we moved that money out and moved some pavement maintenance in to get a jump start on next year's budget.
Thank you. Okay, any other comments or questions? All in favor? And I now move for approval of item number 10A, DTR 00925, intergovernmental agreement between the County of DuPage and Winfield Township Road District for the Winfield Township Liberty Street resurfacing project, section 25, 8001 RS, no county cost. Okay. All in favor? Nice note to end on, no county cost. Okay, do we have any old business today? Okay, hearing no old business, any new business? No new business. Okay, I move to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.